Good evening. Welcome into our second Appalachian Athletic Conference game in this AAC doubleheader here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Jared Wright bringing you the action here as the men of Tennessee Wesleyan and Montreat get set to tip off. Montreat women winning it earlier by 10 against the Lady Bulldogs, 54-44. So the Tennessee Wesleyan men going to try to earn the split on the night. And looking back at this series over the last 40 games, so this will be the 41st game going back to 2007. Bulldogs hold the advantage 26-14 and do have a two-game winning streak where they swept last year's regular season. They won by 7 here at home in overtime, 75-68, and then won on the road by 15, 85-70 late in February. That first game at home was in January, so these two teams playing much earlier. Wesleyan record in those 40 games, 14-4 here at home, winning by 12.2 a game. If they lose, they've lost by just under 5 points per game. There's been 9 one-possession games for the Bulldogs, 8 20-point games, and the Bulldogs have the 6-2 advantage in those matchups as well. So this is going to be a hotly contested game. As expected, it's come down the last several years. Wesleyan had a large 18-game winning streak dating back to February of 2008 all the way until February of 2016, won all 18 of those matchups, and then they dropped one in January of 2017 on the road, 104-88. So that kind of stopped that win streak by the Bulldogs. Montreat had rattled off 5 wins of their own in a row, and then they've kind of alternated back and forth, splitting the last couple of seasons until last year where the Bulldogs were able to sweep that series. So both teams come in 0-1. Anthony Behringer in his second season, 7th overall as head coach at Montreat, but second season as a head coach at Montreat specifically. Ben McCrickard, his third season. Ken Otto, a familiar face, has been at Montreat for his now 11th season. They were preseason 5th. Ray Stone starting his 6th season as head coach, and he's been around this program even longer as a longtime assistant under Mike Poe. Darian Jones, his first season as an assistant with Coach Ray Stone. Bulldogs picked preseason 7th in the AAC. And as we mentioned in the women's game, Montreat comes in off a loss at home against Rio Grande on the 28th of October, 58-55. They were paced by Michael Urbeck by 15 points and Colin Mills with 13 points in that matchup. On the other hand, for the Bulldogs, they lost on the road on the 30th of October at Dalton State by a score of 65-57. They were paced in that game by Trey Hurst with 17 points. And then the next leading scorer was Kobe Pride with 8 points for the Bulldogs in that matchup. So both teams trying to get their first win of the season. Bulldogs trying to open their home stand of the season, or at least their first game at home here, and the first conference game with a win here against Montreat in this what should be a back-and-forth, quick-paced game from James L. Robb Gymnasium. We're going to take a break right here on the Bulldog Digital Network and then bring you starting lineups. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, let's run down your starting lineups for Coach Anthony Behringer and his ball club. They will start number 0, Elo Chukwu Easy from Fairview, North Carolina, 6'10", redshirt senior center. They will start number 4, Colin Mills, the 6'1 junior guard from Asheville, North Carolina. Number 10, Gabriel Rivera, a 6'4 redshirt sophomore from Orlando, Florida. 14, Michael Urbeck, 6'2 sophomore guard from Newark, Illinois. And 24, Tyler Murray, a 6'5 redshirt junior forward from Tiverton, Rhode Island. Might be the first player we've had from Rhode Island, at least on the Bulldog Digital Network coverage. On the other side for Ray Stone and his ball club, they will start number 4, new face to the lineup, Jay Reed, a 6'5 junior guard / forward from Birmingham, Alabama, had 5 points in that Dalton State game. Number 13, Amari Young, a 6' junior guard from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, had 6 points along with an assist and 3 rebounds and 3 steals in that Dalton State matchup. Reed also had 7 rebounds to his credit and 2 blocks. They will start 22, Keyshawn McPherson, 6'6 freshman guard / forward from Powder Springs, Georgia. 6 points, 3 rebounds to his credit in the first game. Kobe Pride, number 24, the 6'9 junior center from Unionville, Tennessee. 8 points, 3 rebounds along with 2 blocks in his first game this season. And then number 30, Ty Hurst, 6'5 junior guard / forward from Knoxville, Tennessee. 17 points, 5 boards along with a steal to his credit in that first matchup of the season. Bulldogs will take on Montreat here in the first AAC matchup of their season. And then after this one, we won't talk too much about it yet, but they will be on the road at Montreat on Saturday in their second game. So, again, the more teams they've added to the conference over the last, we'll say 5 years or so, the more the earlier part of the season these games start in conference play. Normally you play some out-of-conference games, even some games against the former Hiwassee College that was across a couple of counties over. But nonetheless, conference play having to start much earlier nowadays, and you've got a newcomer in Pikeville. We'll have that broadcast here for you first part of December. They're a newcomer to the conference. And so we get set for the tip. Bulldogs in their gray uniforms, blue numerals trimmed in white. Montreat, all navy blue, Vegas gold numerals trimmed in white. Tip is battled for. It's going to be Wesleyan's Hurst taking it off the tip from Pride. And Wesleyan's going to see some man-to-man defense being shown. Hurst around the top of the key. Now it's Reed on the right wing. Pride wanting to post up EZ down low. Gets it on the bounce. Faces up to the basket. Trying to back down. Loses the handle. Tries to regain it. Trying to get it out to Hurst. Ball's on the ground. And they're going to get a foul on Kobe Pride. That's not the call that it looked like it was going to happen. And so it will be, well, it looks like Montreat's going to have to get a quick substitution. Tyler Murray, I think he lost a contact, is what it looks like. And so they will get a substitution. Jack Keller into the ball game, number 3, 6'3 junior guard out of Houston, Texas. So it'll be full court press shown by the Bulldogs. McPherson will guard the inbounder. They get it in here to Urbeck. He'll bring it up the floor. Guarded tightly there by Young. Easy with it on the perimeter, trying to back his way into the paint against Pride, and he traveled with it. Shifted his feet right there in the student section, the dog pound, letting him hear it on that far side. Good full student section, actually carrying over to the middle of the floor. Now Hurst in the drive, missed the lay-in. Tight roping the baseline is going to be Urbeck. Quickly up the floor, it comes to Keller, back to Urbeck. Left side, it goes to Mills. Mills push off there, no whistle. And Montreat starts first here in the men's game like the women did. Get on the board first, a minute played. Quickly over to Hurst it goes, far side. Hurst circles it back out front to Young. Young puts it on the floor, back to Hurst it goes. NAIA logo he's working from. Guarded there by Rivera. Back up front, Young, 8 to shoot. Gets a screen from McPherson, trying to battle. Looking back door, it's going to be Reed. Reed goes baseline, Pride at the high post. 2 seconds to shoot, and the floater from just inside the free throw line is good by Kobe Pride as the shot clock winding down. Here's Urbeck. Three-pointer no good. Ball's tipped around. Coming away with it there is going to be Reed. Reed trying to put it on the floor. Pocket picked by Urbeck. Urbeck going to lay it back in. And they take an early lead again at 2. And a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, timeout there by Montreat from Black Mountain, North Carolina. Cavaliers full court pressure. Bulldogs get across half court with little trouble. Kick out to Reed. Now they're working around the top of the key. That's Young with it. Loses the handle. Another turnover by the Bulldogs. Urbeck in transition off the feed from Rivera. And it's now a 4-point lead, the largest of the ball game for Montreat. Quickly in transition, Hurst pump fake, gets blocked inside by Easy, gets his own board, goes up, looking for help. They'll kick it out front. Reed on the far side. Now it's Pride back to the basket, working against Easy. Turnaround jumper doesn't get the friendly home rim roll. And here comes Urbeck in transition. Rivera traveled with it, took the Euro step before he put the dribble down. And that's going to get a substitution. Easy will check out. 35, Demba Saho will check in. Saho comes in for EZ from Senegal, 6'5" junior forward. Young calling it out the signal. Hurst on the right wing, guarded there by Rivera. Drops it over to McPherson. McPherson driving left of the lane, trying to go up and under. Bucket no good, but he'll get 2 free throws coming his way. Keller's going to pick up his first foul. And McPherson from Powder Springs, Georgia, is going to step to the line. Made 2 free throws, 2 out of 3 in the first matchup at Dalton State. We apologize, we've lost video signal, but stick around with us right here. McPherson makes the first free throw. Cuts a deficit to 3. McPherson's second one. Up and off the back iron. Skying for it is Keller, who picked up that foul. Urbeck quickly up the floor. Shoves Young a little bit. Young recovers. Ball stolen by McPherson. McPherson up the right side of the floor. 2-on-2 break. McPherson goes in strong. Bucket not made, but he'll draw 2 more free throws coming his way. This one's going to be on Urbeck, his first, team second. Glad to have you back visually with us here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Appalachian Athletic Conference and the home opener for the Bulldogs. Pearson makes the first one just like he did a minute ago with the first 2 free throws. Deep breath, a dribble and a spin. He'll flip it up. And this one does get the kind bounce up and over the front of the rim. Cut the deficit to 1. It's going to be Saho. He'll hand it off there to number 4, Mills. Kick out Urbeck. Passed up the 3. Flips it into the near corner. That's Rivera. His 3 no good. McPherson gets a big board. McPherson with 3 points to lead the Bulldogs thus far. Drive inside there by Young. No good, but Hurst gets another offensive board. Hurst at the left elbow. Kicks it to Pride. He's got Saho on him. trying to take him off the dribble. Young has it. Young, top of the key. McPherson, pump fake. Defender in the air. 15-footer is nothing but net there. Bulldogs have their first lead of the ball game. Now it's going to be Rivera driving, shoves him. That's going to be a quick offensive whistle. Young went flying, and good job to stand in there and take the elbow. Bulldogs will have it going the other way. Trio of substitutions for Montreat. It's going to be Murray back in after he got the contact replaced. Jamil Wright, the senior from Atlanta, Georgia, 5'11" guard. His first minutes here this year. And then 22, Cameron Sias, 6'5" junior forward from Cameron, North Carolina. Cameron. It'll be Reed now. Gets it to Pride. Pride in the lane. A little floater is good. Bulldogs extend their lead to 3. 15-22 to play. Out front, it goes to Wright. Gets a screen from Saho. Saho rolls on the pick and roll. Three-pointer by Wright off the mark. Long rebound. Chased down. Hurst battling for it, but they'll say he dribbled it out of bounds. Good hustle by Ty Hurst there. And Coach Ray Stone wants to talk it over. 30 seconds. His ball club in front by 3. We'll be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. The key, McPherson, pump fake, defender in the air. 15-footer is nothing but net there. Out of the timeout. It will be Montreat ball side out of bounds. Even more students rolling into the dog pound on the far side of the floor. We've got some of the soccer team, as we alluded to in the women's broadcast. Congratulations to both clubs for Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs soccer. They are headed to the conference championship round. They'll be on the road for both of those games, but nonetheless they've punched their ticket into the national tournament, which will be an outstanding opportunity for them to represent Tennessee Wesleyan and hopefully have a good postseason run. Here's Murray, fadeaway jumper, no good. Pride gets clobbered. Ball is going to be out of bounds off of Wesleyan, they'll say. Pride was up there. Easy back into the ball game. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Should reset to 20. Yep, there it goes. And they're going to clean up some moisture on the floor. Wesleyan still with their starting 5 out there, and Hurst, Reed, McPherson, Young, and Pride. Trap in the near corner. Murray stuck with it, trying to spin away from it. Pass nearly intercepted. Now a baseline feed, and the lay-in is good for Jaden Harper. Or sorry, Jack Keller. They checked in again a moment ago. Cuts a Wesleyan lead down to 1. Reed trying to get it. Pride tips out the offensive board. They swing it around the horn to McPherson. Three-pointer too strong. Now here comes Wright in transition. Behind the back. He'll flip it over to Murray. Murray gets it to Keller, trying to go for back-to-back baskets. Missed it. Nobody boxed out Murray. Ball's up. Wright quickly over to Keller. Hurst goes for it. Missed it. Another offensive board here for Montreat. Jumper no good. Reed's going to clear up the glass for the Bulldogs here. Under 14 to play in the first half. Hurst with it. Now gets it over to Young. Young getting smacked around. Him and Wright trading some shoves. Pride at the top of the key. They move it around. Young, the right wing, bounces it down to Pride. Face up against EZ. Skip pass over. Reed gets it. McPherson, far corner three. Nothing but net there for Keyshawn McPherson. 4-point lead, the largest for the Bulldogs. That's should have been a travel, but it's going to be a foul on Kobe Pride. So they got him with the body, and so Wesleyan's going to get their own trio of substitutions. We will see local product right here, number 5, Ty Runyon, 6-foot freshman guard out of Athens, Tennessee. He had 5 rebounds and 6 points in that Dalton State game, along with number 11, Emmanuel Ndambi, 6'8" junior center from Toronto, Canada, 4.6 boards to his credit against Dalton State. And as well as Peyton West, number 20, 6-foot junior guard from Cookeville, Tennessee, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists in the Dalton State game. West out there on Keller, picks his pocket. West all the way to the hoop, gets fouled, and there's the whistle from Danny Chandler. Couldn't finish the play, but at least gets the bucket, and Jack Keller's going to pick up his second. Nice little steal by Peyton West. Quick hands there. Can already tell that Coach Stone and the depth they are showcasing here on the bench is a guy like Peyton West. Started a lot of games last year. West first free throw. He gets it to swish around and in. 5-point lead. Keep adding to that largest of the game. And West gets the second one, shakes his head a little bit, but hey, still counts on the scoreboard. No pictures drawn up on how it goes in. Runyon picking up right in the front court. Now Easy with the ball. Picks up his dribble. He'll drop it over to Murray. Long three, no good. Runyon clears out the rebound. Across the Bulldog logo at midcourt. Into the lane. Floater for Ty Runyon is good. Bulldogs rolling right now. Up 8. 12:40 to go. Right with it. Working now off the screen. It's Ndambi with it. Runyon's going to pick up Murray. Now a ball thrown away. Reed clears up the trash. Reed going in, goes up, double pump, no good, and Ndambi battling for it, but it will sail out of bounds off of him. Salho and Rivera back in, and Wesleyan's going to get another fresh body in there, and that's going to be number 2, Carradine Hardrick, 6'5" sophomore guard from Deltona, Florida. Saw a lot of good minutes last year. Key player off the bench for Coach Ray Stone. And former assistant Reggie Jackson. Left to go back to the high school ranks after a couple of years, but always be around the program as a former player as well. Here's a shot in the corner by Urbeck, and it's good as he drills the three. 16-11, first basket for Montreat in about 2.5 minutes. 5-point game. Ndambi in the far corner. Hardrick calling for some help out front. Runyon with it. He's going to have the point. Kicks it over to Emmanuel. Now here goes Runyon. 8 to shoot. Backing his way down the paint. Ndambi, long 2. Off the front rim. McPherson skying in for the offensive board. They're going to get a jump ball. It's going to be the guest on the scoreboard, so that will give it to Montreat. Here's Mills back into the ball game. He'll replace Wright for the Cavaliers. Hardrick steals it. Couldn't catch up to it though, and Montreat saves it momentarily. Far corner, it's Rivera with it. Urbeck out front. He'll back it up. Salho. Now they just keep it around the perimeter. Wesleyan extending this defense. 2-3 zone being shown by the Bulldogs. Ndambi gets a block. West cleans it up on the rebound. 11 minutes to play in the first half action. Here goes McPherson. Drives. Bounce pass to Ndambi. Extra pass near corner. 3-pointer for Hardrick. Off the back iron, no good. And Montreat fighting each other for it, but Mills will come away the winner of the rebound. Feed in from Murray to Rivera. Hook, no call. Hook shot, no good. Ball's tipped out. West trying to tip it away. Urbeck somehow gets it. Here's Mills for 3, and he drills it. 2-point game now. 10.5 to go. Bulldogs have got to get something going offensively. It's been back-to-back buckets by Montreat, and both of them being three-pointers. Jalen Callahan coming to the scorer's table, another Powder Springs, Georgia native. McPherson getting hand-checked. Runyon, far corner three, short on it. Rebound corralled by Mills. Mills from Asheville, North Carolina. He'll take another three at the top. Off the glass and rim, no good. Runyon cleans it up. Hardrick drives into the lane. Floater. Short off the right front of the rim. Some good looks, just not getting anything to fall right now is Tennessee Wesleyan. Coach Stone, Coach Behringer, both on their feet the entire time. Calling it out. Rivera bobbles it off with a handoff by Urbeck. Urbeck comes around the screen, drops it back to Rivera. He'll take the three over McPherson. Comes off dead to the right, and somehow there's Urbeck. He's been everywhere here for the Cavaliers. Murray drops it back to Saho. He'll take the three. Airballs it. First attempt on the year. Saho. Callahan will check in. He'll replace McPherson. Great minutes by McPherson right there. (16-14). Bulldogs still leading. They took the lead 7-6 with 15 and a half to go. Runyon, pump fake, drive and kick. West, he'll take the three at the top. Rebound battled for, and it's tipped into the hands of the Cavs. Mills, left wing, gets a screen from Saho. And Ndombe and Runyon switch. Deep three by Mills, no good. Nobody boxes out. Now Ndombe able to get it as Urbeck had tipped it up. Here comes Callahan pushing the pace. Doesn't have numbers, so they'll retreat momentarily. West will set it up, 8.5 to go. First half action. Runyon drops it to Callahan. Callahan drive, kick. Hardrick, floater, too strong, and Ndombe backside rebound and gets called jump ball. So it will keep it to Tennessee Wesleyan's possession. They wanted to travel, but it wasn't called, and smartly so. Peyton Gabarino will check in. He's from Tampa, Florida, number 30. And Ndombe gets the inbounds, gets it back to West. Callahan, open three, missed it, and then Ndombe pushes him in the back. We're going to get called for that one. McPherson, 8 points leading the Bulldogs. He's got a rest right now. Urbeck was 7 to lead the Cavaliers, and he is on the bench as well. So both leading scorers taking a breather. That's a carry by Wright. It looked like he was going to pass it off and just kept the dribble, delayed dribble, we should say. Rivera, extra pass into the corner. Gabarino got it around. Now Mills. Gabarino over the back there on Runyon. That'll be his first foul. He did play, recorded one rebound in the loss to Rio Grande. Callahan gets the inbounds. 7:47 to play. 16-14 still the score here. Scoring is slowed down. Now Hardrick trapped, and they get a foul, and Coach Behringer going to stomp a hole in the floor over here. Rivera gets his second. Team sixth. 20 on the shot clock. Murray comes back in. He'll replace Rivera. Montreat and Wesleyan, some of the longtime members in the AAC. Of course, there's been some good battles over the years. Hardrick loses it. Ball got tipped away. West with it out front. West drives. Floater from in the lane. Does get the roll. Peyton West gets his second. Well, he had 2 free throws. His first field goal, but second set of points there. 4-point lead. Now, Gabarino missed the three. Ball's tipped out. He gets it back. Now Wright with it. Wesleyan sending some subs to the table. Murray takes a three and he drills it. And Tyler Murray's head is bleeding, so they're going to force him to check out of the ball game. So Wesleyan will get Young back into the ball game along with number 23, senior Darius Rozier from Detroit, Michigan. Darius been a part of the program for a couple of years now. Outstanding young man. We've had the chance to talk to him when we do some of the radio broadcast. 6'5" senior. Did not play against Dalton State, so good to see him out there. It's 18-17. So now they get the scoreboard here at the gym corrected. Montreat going to get Chris Moore from Wadley, Georgia in. 6'2" junior guard. As Murray is still being attended to. Young bringing it up the floor. Avoids a trap, down low feed to Callahan. Open for the lay-in off the glass. That's an outstanding press break by the Bulldogs right there. Back in front by 3. Far side right with it. Calling for some help is going to be Moore. Gets it out to right. Bounce pass across the top of the key to Mills. Now this one swings back to right. Wesleyan showing some zone defense, trying to trap it. West and Callahan over there getting a good trap on the far side. Inbounds comes to Gabarino. Here's Wright, 4 to shoot, trying to drive in. Runyon might have got a piece, or Young might have got a piece from the back. It rolled off the rim, but Hardrick cleans up the rebound. 6:10 to play. Over to West. He'll cross the time stripe with it. Callahan now feeds it down to Rozier. Rozier through the double team. Pump fake, floater in the lane. Good little floater by Darius Rozier. 5-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Right out front. Here comes Reed back to the scorer's table. Three-pointer on the way, bounces up and in there. Cameron Sias gets the bucket and puts it to a 2-point game with 5:37. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. Avoids a trap, down low feed to Callahan. Open for the lay-in off the glass. Back here out of the timeout. Young with the ball out front. Reed, Rozier, Callahan, and West out there for the Bulldogs. Looks like Montreat showing a little bit 2-3 zone right there. Feed down low to Rozier. Baseline feed to Peyton West. Outstanding reverse lay-in and good assist by Rozier. Pushes the lead back to 4. 5:10 to play. Answering right back, though, is Mills. Cuts it down to a 1-point game. Montreat not going away. Each team trading buckets the last few trips down. McPherson leading the way for the Bulldogs with 8. Peyton West at 6 now. Mills has 8, 2 of 5 from behind the arc. West, corner 3 is in there for Peyton West. Back-to-back trips, resulting back-to-back buckets for Peyton West. 4-point lead. Trying to answer right back is Mills. Back and forth we go. Timeout on the floor as three-pointers are changed from West and Mills, and the Bulldogs will take a 1-point lead into this timeout. We'll be right back. Looks like Montreat showing a little bit of 2-3 zone right there. Feed down low to Rozier. Baseline feed to Peyton West. Out of the timeout. Bulldogs lead it by 1, 27-26, 4.5 to go in the first half. Young bringing it up the floor, shadowed by Wright. Bounce pass feed over to Reed. McPherson back in for the Bulldogs. That one's going to be on Chris Moore, his first, team 7th. That'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity coming. So Reed will step to the line, 50% shooter. He went 1 of 2 at Dalton State. Back on the 30th. First one is good on the 1-on-1. 2-point game. 4:22 to play in the first. EZ coming back to the scorers table. He's had a long breather for Montreat. Both of them good for Reed. 3-point game. Again, this is the AAC preseason 7th in the Bulldogs, 5th in Montreat, where they are picked to finish. Union and Pikeville up at the top of the preseason standings. Mills, top rope in midcourt right there. They're going to work it around over to Wright. 4:05 showing on the game clock. Rozier comes out of nowhere, pokes one away. Reed has it in transition. Finds it to Young. Young baseline. Out to Reed. He'll pull the three, trying to bank it in. Missed it. Rozier gets the rebound. The putback is good. The steal by Rozier started it. And the Bulldogs extend it back to a 5-point game. Number 5 Wright with it. Gets it to Mills from the AAC logo. He's taking some big shots. 11 points, 3 of 6 from behind the arc. Bulldogs closing out quickly on him out there. Mills, shot clock down to 8. This defense, long athletic defense by the Bulldogs in this zone. Urbeck, though, going to try to answer. Missed it. McPherson gets the long rebound on the far side. Over to West. Rozier. Back to the basket, gets it to Reed. Now West calls out the signal. Reed feeds it down low to McPherson, got free. Mismatch down low. Bulldogs back in front by 7 here with under 3 to play. Wright with it out front. Now Urbeck open for 3. That's a deep one, missed it. Young skies for the rebound, pulls it down, and he'll quickly push it up the floor. Trying to go all the way coast to coast, but the whistle will go his way, and that one's going to be the first on Jamil Wright. That'll send Young to the charity stripe. And so Mari Young, 66% shooter coming into tonight. Hurst coming back to the scorers table. Young taking some deep breaths. First one just knuckleballs off the back of the rim. West out, Hurst in. Young's second one, much better rotation on that one, 34-26. 8-point lead, ties the largest of the ball game for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Keller, passes up the 3, drives baseline, but he'll kick it back out. They'll find Wright. Now near corner, Urbeck pops the triple, and he drills it. 34-29, down to a 5-point lead. Tennessee Wesleyan. First basket in 2 minutes, 23 seconds for Montreat. Young bounce passes over to Reed on the right corner. Gets by Urbeck. Double teamed on the baseline. Finds a wide open McPherson, top of the key. Just too strong. It hit the support, so it'll go to Montreat. 34-29 your score. 2:02 remaining. First half action. Wesleyan with 3 team fouls. Montreat at 8. Now right out front. Left corner, it's going to be Keller pulling the 3. Karam's off the rim. Ball's tipped up into the hands of Rozier. Good hustle by both Hurst and Reed to keep that one alive for Tennessee Wesleyan. Hurst drops it to Reed. Reed back out to Young. They'll reset the offense with 1.5 minutes to play. Hurst comes around to the near side. Now McPherson out to Rozier. Big man going to pull the 3. Doesn't get the roll, but Young battles for a big rebound. Point guard in there battling, goes up, blocked. Now a putback by Reed, no good, still battling for it. Trying to save it out. Hurst ends up with it. All that work on the offensive board. Here's McPherson, crossover between the legs, kick back out. Shot clock at 4. Rozier, floater, left side of the lane is good for Darius Rozier. 7-point advantage. Under 45 seconds to go in the first half. We'll take a short break at halftime just to let you know, but we'll be back for the start of the second half and some stats from the first half. Keller going to knock down a 3. Cuts that deficit down to 4. 30 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. See if Wesleyan will hold for the last shot or try to push it. Up 36-32. Trying to get a split on the Appalachian Athletic Conference season opener here at home. Lady Bulldogs lost 54-44. Young finds Rozier on the baseline, or in the paint with a nice feed. Wide open as he was double teamed. That's how it's going to end at the half. Bulldogs up 38-32. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, trying to get their first win of the season and trying to keep Montreat from getting their first one. We'll take a halftime break here. Probably throw you some highlights out there to watch, but we will be back momentarily here on the Bulldog Digital Network after a halftime break. Has 8, 2 of 5 from behind the arc. West, corner 3 is in there for Peyton West. Back-to-back. Reed feeds it down low to McPherson, got free, mismatch down low. Crossover between the legs. Kick back out. Shot clock at 4. Rozier, floater, left side of the lane is good for Darius Rozier. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, halftime here from James L. Robb Gymnasium. Jared Wright bringing you the action here on the Bulldog Digital Network. And opening night of Appalachian Athletic Conference play for the Wesleyan teams. Men trying to continue this lead and maybe push it even further. They led by as many as 8 points 2 different times in the first half, 12-40, where they led it 16-8 and then led it 34-26 with 2:38, but then Montreat cut it back to 6 before the half. Looking at the first half stats, 37.5% from the field for Montreat. On the other side, Wesleyan pushing a little bit better, 42.4. Behind the arc, it's Montreat in front there, 36.4% to the 18.2 of Wesleyan. Free throws, Wesleyan the only one attempting yet, 8 of 10 for 80%. 3 turnovers for the Bulldogs, 6 for Montreat. Bulldogs have 7 points off of those 6 turnovers, whereas Montreat has 4 points off of the 3 turnovers. Bulldogs 21 rebounds to the 14 for the Cavs. They've got 10 offensive, 11 defensive. Montreat has 6 offensive, 8 defensive. Assists 10-9 in favor of Montreat there. 2 blocks to 1 in favor of Montreat. And Wesleyan 4 steals to 3 in that one. So leading scorers right now for you. We'll look at Montreat's first, Colin Mills. He's 3 of 6 behind the arc, 4 of 8 from the field. 3 rebounds, 11 points. Michael Urbeck, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 points. On the other side for the Bulldogs, it's going to be number 22, Keyshawn McPherson, 10 points on 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 behind the arc, 3 boards. 9 points by Peyton West, 8 for Rozier. Leading rebounder is Jay Reed with 5 rebounds, and a host of Bulldogs with 4 rebounds apiece. So as we start, it's going to be Montreat ball, and they're going to get a foul on Reed. His first, team first. So 17 seconds here into the second half. Have to give a shout out to a young lady behind the computer here on our live stream, Bailey Davis. Played softball here at Wesleyan, but helping us out on the live stream, doing the replay, scoring for you. So it'll be Urbeck to inbound it. Out there for Wesleyan, it's Pride, Young, Reed, Hurst, and McPherson, the starting 5. Same starting 5 it looks like for Montreat as well. And Urbeck, Murray, Colin Mills, who gets it and kind of gets waved at, and the foul gets called on Jay Reed. So 2 quick fouls here. As the bucket is good, 34 points for Montreat, down to a 4-point lead for Wesleyan, and Mills is going to go to the line. Missed it. Ball don't lie sometimes. Mills at 13 points now. Well, they've got Easy and Rivera out there with Urbeck, Rivera, Mills, and Murray. Yeah, got them all. Here's Hurst on a drive to the low block, looking for help. Couple of pivot moves, needs help, gets it to Pride at the elbow. Pride back to the basket, a little shoulder fake. Couldn't get the touch off the glass to fall. Here comes Mills near side. Mills around a too-high screen, drops it behind him to Rivera. Here's Murray, 15-foot on the elbow, missed it. Hurst battling for the rebound. It's out of bounds off of Easy. So bringing up the floor is going to be Young for the Bulldogs. McPherson puts it on the floor, drops it to Reed. Feeding it down to Pride. Face up against McPherson. Goes baseline drive. Up and under. No good on the shot, but he'll get 2 free throws. And Easy's going to pick up his team first of the half. Coach Behringer pleading his case that he was straight up. So Kobe Pride will step to the line. Makes the first one. First attempt tonight. Second one rattles out. I was holding off the comment. He was perfect 4-4 at Dalton State. Rivera gets the handoff from Urbeck. Now Easy with it out on the wing. Pride had a hand on the ball, couldn't swat it away. Mills, far side, a little ball fake. Goes baseline. Up and under. Kind of got away with a little hook there against Hurst, but nonetheless, it cuts it to a one-possession game. Here comes Young up the floor, guarded by Urbeck. Young trying to go by him. A little hesitation, bounce pass feed to Pride. Pride, little hook shot over Easy is good. Back to a 5-point game. Here goes Urbeck. Kicks it near corner. Mills, three-pointer, no good. Ball's tipped out. Murray comes away with it. Two Wesleyan defenders go up, McPherson and Pride. We'll see which. If it'll be 22, that's going to be on McPherson. His first, team third already. Urbeck keys it in. Near corner it comes to Mills. Urbeck catches back top of the key. Another lob down to EZ. Skip pass over to Urbeck, and that man has been everywhere. Reed clears up the glass, pushes the pace. He'll look for some help. Gets it back to Young. Young from behind the AAC logo. Double high screen from Pride and McPherson. McPherson stays high. Pride rolls. Little floater, no good. EZ battles his own man, gets the rebound, and clears it out. Mills pushing the pace. Mills carrying the ball again across the lane. Him and Wright both have had a little handle top carry. Rivera for three, missed it. McPherson had Murray blocked out, but Murray able to battle back and get it. Down to a 3-point game once again. Bulldogs led by 6 at the half. Out of bounds off of Wesleyan. Runyon's going to check back in for the Bulldogs, give Young a breather. Salho and Wright back in for Montreat. Runyon guarding Wright. Now here's Rivera. Got Reed on him. Backdoor cut. Montreat got lucky that Mills ended up with it in his lap, and then he's going to fire a three. Missed it. McPherson gets the rebound. They're trying to get it to cutting Wright. It was Rivera, and Wright wasn't expecting it, didn't even see it. Hurst out front with the ball. Sends it over to McPherson. McPherson trying to work against Mills. Picks up his dribble, sends it to Hurst. Hurst now. Top of the key, gets it to Runyon. Runyon backs it up, they'll reset. 7 to shoot. Double high screen. Runyon pulls the three from around the screen, off the back iron. Murray will get the rebound quickly on the outlet to Mills. Here goes Mills down the lane. Floater, left side, short. Pride between two of his own guys. Gets the rebound. Hurst has it in transition. Coach Stone wanted him to slow it down. Hurst is going to travel. Couldn't get his pivot foot established. And Keller's going to check back in off the dead ball. And Domby in for Kobe Pride. And also number 3, Sean Jones will check in. Stone Mountain, Georgia. Bulldogs, I mean, one of the biggest benches as far as depth that they've had in a couple of years. Keep everybody healthy, it'll be key. Keller out to Wright. Wright gets a screen from Salho. Three-pointer up by Wright, no good. Battling for the rebound. It's going to go Wesleyan's way. This one's going to be on Salho. Here comes Runyon up the floor. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Wesleyan leading at 41-38. Bulldog Digital Network coverage. Tennessee Wesleyan basketball. Hurst goes baseline. Floater. Short. Got thrown to the ground. No call. Rebound cleared out. Here comes Murray with it. Tyler Murray flips it to Wright. Top of the key. Keller back to Wright. Rivera trying to set a screen. Wesleyan able to help out there. Salho wanting it, trying to body up and Nambi down low. Hurst cutting off. Ball slapped at, and it's going to be a foul on 30, Tyler Hurst. He wanted the charge. A little push off. It's on the floor. .14:34 to play. Salho gets it. Here's Keller for three. That one's going to miss to the left. Had a good vantage point. Jones fighting off Murray. Jones pushing the pace up the floor. Little scoop on the left side is good, and one opportunity for him. Salho gets his second foul. Five-point lead once again for the Bulldogs. Jones, first minutes of the season, stepping to the line. Makes it the and one opportunity the old-fashioned way. 6-point game. Murray drops it to right. Salho hands it off to Keller. Keller back on the near side. Salho down low, trying to go baseline. Reverse lay-in for the big man is good. 13:55, 4-point lead. Runyon across the time stripe. Gets it up to Jones, and Jones is going to get fouled. Salho is going to pick up 3 fouls in about 3 different minutes right there. And Montreat seen enough for a minute. They're going to take a timeout and talk it over. We'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. It'll be a full 60-second timeout. We'll be right back. Had a good vantage point. Jones fighting off Murray. Jones pushing the pace up the floor. Little scoop on the left side is good, and one opportunity. Going to go by him. A little hesitation, bounce pass feed to Pride. Pride, little hook shot over EZ is good. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, Bulldogs leading it 44-40. It's their ball underneath after the foul by Salho. Gabarino back into the ball game. It's going to be Jones to inbound it. Lob comes into Reed. Reed, spin move on Rivera. Up and under. Nice little move right there by Jay Reed. Pushes the lead back to 6. Here comes Rivera. Hands off to Keller. Keller dribbles to the left. Now he'll spin into the lane. They'll kick it back out to Rivera into the paint. Runyon cut him off and going to get called for that one. There's an anticipation play right there by Ty Runyon, and not a bad attempt. Number 34, Stratton Lavorne will check in from Shelbyville, Tennessee, 6'6" sophomore guard for the Bulldogs. Runyon guarding right. Battle of the fives right there. Long three by Gabarino, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Off of Montreat, trying to save it there was Sias. Full court pressure shown by the Cavs. Here goes Runyon trying to get past right. Skip pass near side. Jones steps behind the three-point line, looking for some help. Reed back out front to Runyon, 15 to shoot. Runyon taking it to the far side. Here's Lavorne, three-pointer off the mark. Ndombe, big offensive board. Put back off the glass, no good. Ball ends up in Ndombe's hands, and that's going to be a foul. And Jones, rightfully so, trying to curl up into a ball to avoid the contact, not trip up his own guy. Rivera's going to pick up his third, and that's going to be 2 shots coming. Ndombe will step to the line. First trip there this season. First one is nothing but net there. Back to a 7-point game. EZ along with Mills and Urbeck return for Montreat. Garrett Jones had been the coach at Montreat for a number of years. Took a administrative role. Ties the lead there. Largest lead at 8, 48-40 with 12:40 to go. So Coach Behringer came in last year for his first season at Montreat. Baseline feed to Keller, cut off by Reed. Ball comes off the front of the rim, and Ndombe up ahead to Jones. Jones catches up to it and then throws it off a right. Wright somehow maintains the footing and the dribble. Up ahead to Keller, missed it. Runyon clears out the big rebound. Bulldogs push it again. Runyon cut off. No look pass over to Lavorne. And now Runyon back out front. 12 minutes to go. High screen comes for Reed. He had the spin if he took it. Instead, they'll work it around the perimeter. Jones, 15-footer, short. EZ pulls down the rebound. Mills gets a screen from EZ. EZ still moving on that. No whistle. Keller, reverse layup is good. Back to a 6-point game. 11.5 to go. Runyon in control of the ball here, working against Keller. He'll switch it off to right defensively. Runyon goes behind his back, looking for help. Drops it back to Reed off the pick and pop. Reed's three, short. Here comes Mills in transition. It's a 3-on-2 break. Mills goes up, Urbeck tips it out. Urbeck corner gets rewarded, and he'll knock down the three to put it to a 3-point game. 11:03 to play. Bulldogs lead has dropped down to 3. Had it at 8 just a minute 47 ago. Now it stands at 3. We'll take a timeout here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Our video is frozen. We'll try to get that fixed. Out front, Reed with it on the drive. Layup on the right side, blocked, but Pride gets the offensive board and the putback. Back to a 5-point advantage. Now a whistle, and it's going to be turnover by the Cavaliers. Now we got the video back live here. Bulldog Digital Network. Runyon bringing it up the floor. Reed pops it over to Runyon. Runyon, long bounce pass down low to Pride. Pride back to the basket, looking for some help out front. They'll clear it back out. Runyon with it, 8 to shoot. Runyon trying to lob it to Pride on the roll. Well, miscommunication. Now quickly, Keller in transition. Easy lay-in for the Bunny there. 3-point game, 50-47. Transition, Pride gets the offensive board. Clear out to Runyon. Wesleyan will reset. Wright bumping Runyon like crazy. Runyon battling tough right there. Pride gets a good screen for him. Runyon tries to go in against EZ. Blocked hard. Ball in transition up to Keller. Reed stops and doesn't commit the foul, and it's a 1-point game. 9:38. Full court press shown by Montreat. Wesleyan led by 8 just about 4 minutes ago. Now Urbeck steals it right in front of Ray Stone. He's wanting the foul call, and Montreat now is back in front. 9:22, Montreat takes the lead. Timeout on the floor. Wesleyan's going to get some substitutions into the ball game. And we'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Out of the timeout by the Bulldogs. They found themselves down for the first time since they took the lead back early in the first half. Jones with the ball for the Bulldogs. Got McPherson, Pride, Reed. That was a deflection right there by Urbeck or Rivera, but the official calls it the other way. Runyon also out there. Young's going to come back in. Looks like Runyon got poked in the eye right there. So Young back in. Wright controlling the point, guarded tightly by Jones. Screen coming from Rivera, moving on that one. Should have been the 4th foul on him. Corner 3, miss, no good. Keller battling Young. Wright ends up with it. Here's Urbeck. Drops it back. Keller going for another 3, and he gets this one. Montreat now in front by 4. Their largest lead of the game. 54-50, 8:33 to go. McPherson, extra pass, near corner. Jones for 3, short. And there's a shove as Young hits the deck, and that's going to be on Wright. Somebody was jawing enough. The official turn around and look. It's only his 2nd, team 6th. Got some moisture on the floor where they hit the deck, so. Jones set to key it in. And Wright's going to pick up his 3rd, team 7th, so that'll be a 1-and-1. 8:26 to go. Bulldogs down by 4. And Amari Young will step to the stripe. Coach Behringer getting an explanation. He didn't disagree with it, so Young makes the first one. Young's second one no good, but still just a 3-point game. Bulldogs trailing. Four is the largest lead for Montreat. Young got killed on the rebound. Rivera hand checked him, no call. Young in transition. Up and under, lay-in is good for Amari Young. Cuts it down to 1 for the Bulldogs. 2-3 zone shown by the Bulldogs. Ball on the ground. McPherson right there. Jones tried to play free safety but couldn't get the angle on it. Here's Keller, little ball fake, baseline floater, no good. EZ gets the rebound, kicks out right. Now high post feed to Rivera. Rivera drive, and the lay-in is good for him. Pushes it back to a 3-point game. 7.5 to go. Bulldog faithful going to have to come alive here on the defensive end when they get it back on that end. And it's going to happen right now as it's poked away from behind for Young. Rivera with it out front. Right with it. 7:10 to go. Shot clock at 15. 2-3 zone by the Bulldogs. EZ in the far corner. He'll send it back up to right. 56-53 your score. Montreat's led by 4 as their most. Shot clock violation before the 3-pointer. Nope, stepped out of bounds. Urbeck is a guy that's been all over the floor. He's tied with 15 points to lead Montreat with Mills. Jack Keller's got 14, but Urbeck steps on the out-of-bounds line before the shot clock and the shot go off. So Bulldogs avoid that one because he had drilled the shot. Here comes Young up the floor, near side. Guarded tightly by Wright. Hands all over him. Inside, Reed goes up, gets fouled on the shot, so he'll have 2 free throws. That's on Saho. He's got 4 fouls, team 8th. And Jay Reed to the stripe. He's got 4 points to his credit. Misses the first one. He's got 4 rebounds, 5 assists as well. EZ coming back in. Saho will check out. Reed's second free throw off the back iron, no good. 2 missed free throws could prove critical down the stretch. Mills with it out front. Hands it off to Wright. Right wing, it's Rivera. We'll skip pass. Out front it comes to Wright. Rivera inside, loses the handle on the pass. Here comes Jones with it. Jones getting checked all the way down the floor. Rivera is going to pick up his 4th. Had his hand on his hip the whole time. 9th team foul. Coach Behringer telling him he can't put the ball at his feet. Frustrated by the turnover, not as much as the foul in transition. Cleaning up a lot of moisture on the floor. .6:10 to play, 56-53, Montreat in front. They took the lead back 51-50 at 9:22 to play. Wesleyan got it down to 1 with 8:05, 54-53, but now it's 56-53. Murray back in. He'll replace Rivera, who just checked out. And they're still going to clean up some moisture on the floor. Student section giving a round of applause. Right, and one of the officials still talking about some stuff, maybe a bad call that Wright disagreed with. So after all this time of cleaning up moisture on the floor, Jones is trying to get up there to take the free throws. Should have Matt Harper, public address announcer, cue up the Jeopardy music or something. Now they're ready to go. Jones at the line. And he does get the home goal roll right there. 2-point game, 6-10 to play, 56-54. Short on it. Rebound comes out to Mills. He'll clear it out to Wright. Wright working against Young. Young right there with him. Tried to poke it from behind, but foul on the floor against Young. Maybe not a bad foul there. Got plenty to give as it stands with 5, so a couple more. Or team 6, sorry. Looked at the scoreboard too early. Wesleyan with Young, Jones, Pride, McPherson, and Reed out there. Inbounds coming from Mills into Murray. Murray guarded by McPherson, hands it off to Mills. Mills, left elbow extender, jumper is good for him, 58-54. Montreat ties their largest lead of the game. Second time they've done it this half. Jones out to Young. Gets it to McPherson. McPherson to Jones. Peyton West coming back to the scorer's table. Jones somehow works his way uncontested down the center and finger rolls it in. Nobody kept track of the man in the bright highlighter shoes. Now a long rebound. Pride able to corral it. He'll clear it out to Young. Bulldogs can tie it up or take the lead on this possession, 58-56. Coach Ray Stone having a conversation with West at the scorer's table. He'll check in. Pride setting the screen for Jones. Jones. Jumper. Bucket. And the foul. Jones knocks it down, and as he's getting knocked down, to tie this one up 58 all. A sweet touch off the glass knocks this game up, and a chance for Jones to step to the line and give the Bulldogs the lead back. West checks in. Young checks out. Old-fashioned three-point play doesn't work. Wesleyan, they had Reed down there trying to get it. EZ kind of battles a little bit tougher for it and gets it. Mills with it, 4:45, and we've got a tie ball game. Mills, no-look pass and a blocking foul on Wesleyan. That's going to be on Jay Reed, his third. Mills went flying in and taking a no-look pass into the far corner to Urbeck. It's a one-and-one opportunity here. For Mills. Mills 0 for 1 from the line, 17 points to his credit. McPherson's got 10 to lead the Bulldogs. West and Pride, a duo that has 9 apiece. Mills missed it. Jones clears out the board. Pushes it up to Reed. Reed looking, trying to drive in. Urbeck cuts him off. They'll circle it back out. Tied up, 58 all. Bulldogs trying to get something going offensively. Here's McPherson backing down against Murray. Gets stuck. Out of bounds off of Wesleyan. Keller coming back in for the Cavaliers. He's got 14 points, and he's a guy that's knocked down a couple of threes. Missed 7 shots. Full court press by the Bulldogs. Keller gets it, feeds it over to Murray. Murray has West and McPherson. Jones tried to cut off the pass, didn't work. Here's Mills with it. Join Farmer Court logo up to the Bulldog logo. 4:05 to play. Appalachian Athletic Conference season opener for both teams. The home opener for the Bulldogs as well. Pride closed out well enough to force an errant shot there. Rebound comes off to McPherson, gets it to Jones. Jones working his way across midcourt. Over to West it goes. West gets it to McPherson. They work it around the perimeter, into the corner. It comes to Jones, trying to drive in against Keller. Shot clock at 5. Got to do something with it. Reed puts it on the floor, fade away, 3-pointer behind the arc, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Bulldogs had a good possession there. Just couldn't get a good look. Salho's going to check in for EZ. That's a guy the Bulldogs might want to watch. He's got 4 fouls. Mills gets it to Murray as he falls away. Clear out up to right. He's across the time stripe. Reed is going to pick up right. Salho at the elbow extended, guarded by Pride. Cindy Pride pushing him out. Now Mills, 15-footer is good, and that breaks the tie. Cavs back in front with 3 to play. Here's West quickly up the floor, right, shaking his head at him. Here's McPherson. Montreat has definitely turned up the defensive pressure in the second half. Here's Jones, deep 3, off the back iron, no good. Salho able to get the rebound. They had everybody else boxed out. Here's West, guarding right. Salho gets it, elbow extended, puts it on the floor, trying to drive in and foul on Peyton West. And he quickly raises his hand. His first, team 8, so 1-on-1 opportunity. Darius Rozier will check in for Kobe Pride. Again, kind of reset this for you. Bulldogs took the lead at 9-6 with 15:22 to play in the first half. Led the rest of the way up until Montreat took the lead with 9:22 to play in this half. Bucket and the foul. Reed all the way in, ties it up. Salho is going to foul out of this ball game. And Reed has got a chance to give the Bulldogs the lead at the line. Easy into the game. And for the big man, EZ, he has only got 1 foul, so Rozier will check out, Pride back in, and that's just a height matchup right there, even though Darius Rozier could definitely body up with EZ. So Reed at the line. Missed it. Free throw shooting, hurting the Bulldogs right here. Down the stretch, they are now 14 of 23, dipping 60 or below. High post feed to EZ, guarded by Pride. Mills takes a 3. It's going to be an air ball. And that goes Wesleyan's way. Murray tried to save it. Very close play. It looked like it hit Jones and went out of bounds, but Wesleyan will take the ball. 2 to play, and we're knotted up at 60 apiece. West bringing it up the floor, gets it over to Jones. McPherson on the cut. They don't get it to him. Instead, Jones picks up the dribble, now gets it to McPherson in the right wing. McPherson goes in, gets the shot over easy. Bulldogs back in front. McPherson took him on and went up and got it. And the Bulldogs have retaken the lead with 1:34 to play. 62-60. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. At the scorer's table, he'll check in. Pride setting the screen for Jones. Jones. Jumper, bucket, and the foul! Jones knocks it down, and as he's getting knocked down, to top. This half. Bucket and the foul. Reed all the way in. Out of the timeout by Montreat. They will have 94 feet to go with 1:34 showing on the game clock. Bulldogs just taking the lead. 62-60. Skip pass, it comes to Murray. Jones kind of the lone man in the backcourt. Murray, a little ball fake, he'll cross midcourt. Avoids a 10-second call. Jones arm length out there against Wright. Gets a screen from Mills. Shovel pass, Murray near corner. Three-pointer short, West gets the rebound there. Good defensive stand, 68 seconds to play. Bulldogs up 2. McPherson has it. Gets it over to Reed. Reed looking, trying to get it down to McPherson. Bounce pass down low. Double team, finds Jones on the far corner. Pride now. Pulls up over EZ, roll doesn't go, battling for the rebounds, McPherson. Good hustle play, and it's kicked. No, yeah, 20 seconds, kick ball. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. 43 seconds to go. 62-60 your score. Jones to inbound. Lob comes into Reed. Elbow extended on the right. Feeds down low to Pride. Pride, shovel pass, West. Pump fake and the dribble. Spins out of it. They'll reset. Shot clock at 10. Reed with it. They call it out. Gets it to West. 5 to shoot. West takes it over Murray. Trying to bank it in, and he does. The bank is open late in James L. Robb. 5-point lead. Bulldogs hit another one. 67. Bulldogs are going to battle back and win this one. A missed shot. McPherson gets the rebound, and they're going to foul him with 10.4. And Peyton West, gut check time, knocks down the 3 over Murray. Banks it home. The Bulldogs add another one. Push it to 67-60. McPherson's going to take the free throws here. It's going to be the 3rd on Keller. What an opening game for the Bulldogs here. All the Bulldog faithful on their feet here. Appalachian Athletic Conference matchup. First free throw missed, but McPherson will have another one. Coach Ray Stone said he'll join us post-game. If he has a voice left, we'll see. McPherson misses both free throws. Leaves the door slightly open for Montreat. Mills takes the 3. Clock down to 4. Missed it. Ball's tipped out of bounds with 2.2. It'll stay with Montreat, but that should do it right there. There's not a 7-point play in a 2.2 second realm of possibilities. Unless a bunch of weird technical fouls happen. Lob comes into EZ. He's not even going to let the shot get off. And the Bulldogs win it here at home to open Appalachian Athletic Conference play. We knew it would be a battle between them and the Cavaliers, but the Bulldogs do it 67-60 here at home after having to battle back late in the second half. And they are able to notch their first win of the season, first win here at home. And they take that one-game advantage over Montreat, who now goes to 0-2 and 0-1 on the road, and they've lost their last two. So that will do it for tonight's doubleheader. But we were going to have a post-game recap for you here on the Bulldog Digital Network, so please stick around. We'll throw some replays up for you of this outstanding Appalachian Athletic Conference matchup, and then get an interview with Coach Ray Stone coming up here. Be back in just a few minutes. West takes it over Murray, trying to bank it in, and he does. The bank is open late in James L. Robb. 5-point lead. Bulldogs. West takes it over Murray, trying to bank it in, and he does. The bank is open late in James L. Robb. 5-point lead. Bulldogs. West takes it over Murray, trying to bank it in, and he does. The bank is open late in James L. Robb. 5-point lead. Bulldogs. West takes it over Murray, trying to bank it in, and he does. The bank is open late in James L. Robb. 5-point lead. Bulldogs. West takes it over Murray, trying to bank it in, and he does. The bank is open late in James L. Robb. 5-point lead. Bulldogs. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Lost connection for a second there, but we're back. Got to see the game-winning shots and subsequent shots right after that. But Coach Ray Stone is coming, and we'll see how much of a voice Coach Stone has after this one. He's already smiling really big. Anytime you pick up the first Appalachian Athletic Conference win of the season, it's always good. And you only hear in one ear probably, right? Can you hear it all? Can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear you? Nope. All right, hold on. We'll get you set up somehow.
It's real low.
Real low? Okay.
Yeah, real low.
Is that better? Anything?
It's about the same.
All right, I'll just try to talk really loud. So
right.
We'll be close enough. You can take one earmuff off there. But, Coach, your team fights really hard at the end. Got a lead, felt a little bit more comfortable probably through most of the second half, but Montreat doesn't go away, and you come back, get down again by 4. They could never push it past that, but your team battles back, hits big shots down the stretch to pull out the first conference win.
Yeah, that was a tough stretch. I just told our guys when they took the lead, just told them, hey, we knew they weren't going to lay down for us. All right, we knew they were going to compete all the way the whole 40 minutes, and we responded the way that we needed to respond.
I kind of alluded to it during the broadcast. You got a lot of new faces. You got a lot of guys returning. But I know at one point I'm sitting there thinking, okay, Peyton West is a guy that started a lot of games, ran a lot of point guard. But to have a guy like him coming off the bench, a guy like Darius Rozier coming off the bench, how big is this bench for you in a game like this where you've got to get a fast-paced energy, you got to get guys in and out?
I mean, you got to have depth. You got to have depth in this game, and it's good to have that experience coming off the bench. These guys have accepted their role, their new role, and you never know from game to game. But all that matters is we had experience out there, and the guys made big plays at the right time.
Down the stretch, you had Jones making big plays, you had McPherson making big plays, Reed making big plays. Who were you trying to get it in the hands of, or was it just the guy that was open going to take the shot?
Well, the thing about it is we're still learning one another. Like you mentioned earlier, we have a lot of new guys. I see what they do day in and day out in practice, but it's a lot different when that light's on and the clock is going. So I'm still learning them. They're still learning me. And so, we just blessed and fortunate to come away with a win tonight. But, hats off to everybody that stepped on the court tonight. That was one of the things we wanted to do going into the offseason. We lost a lot of key people last year. We lost 4 starters. So, coming in, having a lot of new guys, and just having them play with confidence, and me being a coach, having to be patient with them so they can understand where they need to be. And I told them, we're where we need to be right now. If we're going out here executing, doing everything perfect, then something's wrong. So playing through our mistakes, just trying to keep positive, tell them if you make a mistake, play for the next play, And so they're a good group. They're a coachable group, and I love the effort that they bring.
Effort looked phenomenal. Only the second game in, so didn't look like, except for maybe free throw shooting. I know down the stretch free throws looked a little off, but it definitely looked like, y'all had played several games already this year, but only your second game in. You had 13 guys touch the floor tonight, which you alluded to. That's got to be huge. And you got 2 guys in double figures, Peyton West and Keyshawn McPherson with 12 points apiece. McPherson had 7 rebounds. Jay Reed proved big on the rebound inside, had 8, also had 5 assists along with his 8 points. So just a total team effort, and you notch a win in the conference.
Hey, that's the most important thing. We got another big battle on our hands going around hard on Saturday. The guys already knew when we went in there after the game a few minutes ago. I said, what do you think we're doing tomorrow? They said free throws. I said, you got it right. So we're going to spend some time at the charity strike tomorrow and get to know it a little bit better, and then focus on Roundheart. It's always a tough place to play, and he's always has a good ball club.
And that's something, as a coach, your team can work on. They can get in the gym, get the free throws up, all that. So it's just a matter of taking the time to do it and not overthinking the free throws.
Yes. Just step up there with confidence and knock it down.
So you travel to Reinhardt. They were picked preseason 4th. We just took down the preseason 5th team. So going to maybe paint a little target after a hard-fought game, but only first game into the season in conference. So a lot left to do. But, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. And it doesn't seem like it's your 6th year as head coach already, but, man, it's
time flies,
it's
right?
flying, I'm telling you. So appreciate you joining us, Coach.
I appreciate
Congrats.
you. Thank you. You have a good night.
Me too. So Coach Ray Stone pleased with his ball club, as he said. Got a lot of guys, 13 guys touching the floor tonight. That's huge for the Bulldogs in their depth. As we alluded to, some of the individual scoring, Montreat was paced by Mills with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 15 points by Urbeck and 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 14 points by Jack Keller and 3 rebounds. Second leading rebounder is Easy with 7 as well, and then Murray with 6. On the other side for the Bulldogs, 12 points by West and McPherson. They do it with 2 rebounds and 7 rebounds, respectively. Both of them 4 or 5 from the floor. McPherson 3 of 6 from the line. West 2 of 2 from the line. Then Kobe Pride adds 9 points, 3 boards, 8 points, 3 boards by Jones, and an assist. 8, 8, and 5 for Reed. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist by Rozier. 4 points, 3 boards, 4 assists by Young. Ty Runyon gets 2 points, 3 boards, 2 points, 5 boards for Emmanuel Ndabi, 2 points by Zaylen Callahan, and then a rebound for Hardrick and 2 for Ty Hurst. So that'll round out the individual stats. You've seen the team numbers on the screen for you there, but the Bulldogs shoot 43%, and it's enough to get it done and make up for a slow night behind the arc and a tough night, 56% from the line, and they do it on the rebounding of the glass as well. 8 advantage on the rebounding stats for them. So that'll wrap up our Appalachian Athletic Conference home opener here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs earned the split on the night. Lady Bulldogs dropped it 54-44 against Montreat. They'll be back in action. We'll have that broadcast here for you on Saturday, 2 o'clock. As Columbia College comes to town, the men will be on the road to Reinhardt on Saturday, slated for a 4 o'clock tip-off down there in Waleska, Georgia, as conference play continues. I appreciate Chris Berry, our sports information director, Jennifer Harrison, our statistician, Bailey Davis being by my side, producing this on the computer and the replays and the scoreboard, trying to bring some more enhancements to the Bulldog Digital Network for you and your viewing pleasure. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you Saturday at 2 o'clock for the Bulldog Digital Network. This is Jared Wright. Have a great night.